Windows user tips number 4, switching to my computer number 2. I've reset the settings on the taskbar to be the way that they come when you do a fresh install of Windows 10, except that I have a few things pinned that are not automatically pinned. So just to show you some changes that I make, I like to get rid of these two because I don't use them. That's talk to Cortana. So just right click on the taskbar and remove that check mark. You don't have to right click on that icon. You can right click anywhere on the taskbar. Also remove the check mark for task view button. This task view button here looks like a film strip. It's the same thing as the Windows key tab that I showed in a prior user tips where it shows the timeline, which I don't care to ever use. So right click on the taskbar and remove that check mark. Then the system tray over here has this overflow menu that has this arrow pointed up. I like to see all the icons to know what is operating in the background. So right click anywhere along the taskbar and then click on taskbar settings. Scroll down a little bit depending upon the resolution of your screen. To find this one in the notification area, select which icons appear on the taskbar, click on that. And then turn this switch to the on position. And when I did that, all of these icons showed up. If you keep your eyes on that area down there, I'll just click on this on and off switch a couple times so you see how it makes that change. You could individually turn items on and off here if you wanted to. Close that, and then I also go to the notifications window. A single left click on the notification windows. I don't have any notifications there because I just recently turned notifications on so I could demonstrate how to turn them off. I don't like them, they get in the way. So up here in the upper right, click on Manage Notifications. I turn off all these check boxes. I think it's probably sufficient just to turn this to the off position, but I like to do all those check marks. Not sure if it makes a difference. See, the check marks, well, yeah, see, these still could be checked. So it looks to me like they still work, even if this is in the off position. I haven't tested that. And then if you have a really full taskbar all the way across here and you want to access this right-click menu, I've come across some computers where it's completely full across there and you can't right-click anywhere and get this context menu because when you right-click on an icon that's pinned to the taskbar, you get the menu for that. If you right-click on any of these icons in the system tray, you get the right-click menu for them. The way you can do it is go to the date and time. Right-click there and you'll always get the taskbar menu. Then next thing I want to deal with is the icons that you have pinned to the taskbar. You can change their order by just dragging them around. I'm going to put this back. If you want to add something to the taskbar, let's suppose I want to add Excel. I don't have Excel on the desktop, so I'll press the Windows key, which gets my blinking cursor in that search field down in the bottom left corner, and type Excel, E-X-E-E-L. That's enough to make it show up in the search. Press the Enter key so I have the program open. Once you have a program open, I'll go ahead and do a blank worksheet. You can come down to the icon in the taskbar, right-click on it, and choose Pin to Taskbar. And then close Excel, and it stays on the taskbar. I like launching things from the taskbar because it's a single click, and the taskbar is always accessible, easily accessible. Whereas if you have programs on your desktop, you might have to minimize other programs that you have open before you can get to that icon to double-click on it and access the program. So I like to pin anything that I use frequently. Now this is my computer number 2. I have a limited number of uses for it, although I use it a lot for those limited uses. Computer number 1 is the one that I typically use most. Now these taskbar items, let's suppose every time you restart the computer you have a certain group of programs that you always use. Well, I'm going to say that, let's say that I use this browser, this OneNote, Word, and Excel. So what number are they on the taskbar? This is the third item on the taskbar. Here's the first item, second item, third. So let's suppose I restart the computer and I always want to use the third, fourth, and fifth items, and that's just a routine. So restart the computer, hold down the Windows key, and type 345, let go of the keyboard, walk away, go do something else, or even just turn to pull up some papers, and by the time you come back, those are all opened. You can close programs that are open, even if they have multiple instances open, by right-clicking on the taskbar, choose close window. So even if there's multiple spreadsheets, multiple documents open, this will work. For programs such as Microsoft Word, of course, it shows your recently used items here, but there's this thumb tack. So if there's something that you use frequently, you can tack it so that it will stay pinned to that menu. So that means anytime you want to open that, you can go right click on that icon and just go straight to that document instead of actually opening the program and then go to File, Open, and find the document. My taskbar is locked, which means when I move the mouse right to the top border of the taskbar, I don't get a double-headed arrow. If I right-click in the taskbar and remove this check mark for locked taskbar, so now it's not locked. If I have a whole bunch of icons on the taskbar, I can make it taller so that it can fit more icons on the taskbar. If I want to move it to the right side, I can do that. I'm just dragging. I'm using my mouse, holding my mouse button down and dragging it to these other positions. Then I could go ahead and lock it in that position so it stays there. Now, how about if I want more desktop real estate? I don't always want the taskbar visible. Right click, choose taskbar settings, come up here to this switch, automatically hide taskbar in desktop mode. So now when I'm working on the desktop, that taskbar hides until I move the mouse down to that area. Then it pops up and I can access whatever is on there. At this point, the taskbar is locked in position. So if I hold down the mouse and accidentally drag somewhere else, I'm not going to move the taskbar. So I'm going to change this back and unlock the taskbar. When I move the mouse to this top border, I get that double-headed arrow. I'm going to shrink it down to the size that I like, and then right-click and lock it. And then I'm also going to right-click and taskbar settings and remove this automatically hide because I don't like that. I like it visible all the time. Then there's the search field over here. I like that visible. It's really pointless because when I press the Windows key, that's typically the way I search. The blinking cursor shows up in that field, and then I search for whatever I'm looking for. Perhaps WinVer, but actually I would use Windows key R to go to WinVer because it's an actual program. Now, if you want more real estate, see that takes up a lot of space. You can right-click and come up here to search and hide the search field. Now, when you press the Windows key, you don't see a blinking cursor anywhere, but as soon as you start typing, you've got a search field. So you can go ahead and do your search. It shows up in a different location. That's fine. It works just the same. But I just like having it there. I guess part of the reason why I like having it there is it moves these icons more over to the middle. And I know that there is an add-on product that will center the icons in the taskbar. I don't like using add-on programs for things that I don't really care that much about. Now, if you do search icon, that just gives you the magnifying glass. And then when you click on that, you get the same search field as if you press the Windows key. So I'm going to go back and set this the way that I like it. I like seeing that search box field there. It's totally irrelevant, serves me no purpose, except for moving the icons over to the middle a little bit. Whatever. To each his own. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.